Hello, welcome back. Katarzyna here. I'm very happy to share with you today third episode from my series 3 Things You Need to Know About Your Energy Management. And today I will tell you about projector. If you are a projector, I'm sure at least few times in your life you had this feeling that you are different than majority people around you. You had this feeling that it is difficult for you to connect to majority. By majority, I mean majority people in the room, majority of people in your family, majority of your friends, or people in your work. I'm sure you felt like it is difficult to connect sometimes, and I wouldn't be surprised if you thought that this is because there is something wrong with you. I'm saying this because I am projector myself, and my whole life I had and still have difficulty to connect with opinions, thoughts, actions of majority. But now I know that, knowing my human design and knowing that I'm projector, I know that it doesn't mean there is something wrong. It means I'm just different. And projectors are only 20% of a population. So that's why if you are in some kind of circle, it will be really difficult for you to connect with majority. For example, if you are in a room, there are 10 people, only one more, except for yourself, statistically will be a projector. So no wonder that it is difficult for you to feel connected to majority. One of the main features of a projector is the energy management, and basically the strength of energy projector has, because projectors are not here to do things. Projectors are here to guide other people, and because of that, their center, sacral center, which is responsible for life force energy and where you basically take your life energy from, is open or undefined. That means in practice that if you are a projector, you don't have access to life force energy 24 hours a day like manifesting generators or generators. You have energy to do things, and sometimes it could feel that you have a lot of energy, especially if you do something that brings you joy, or maybe you study new things, or maybe you advise people. You feel that really strong energy in you, but this energy is only for a short period of time. And I can bet that after this, what you were doing, whatever was the feeling of that, however good you felt, you will very shortly after that feel that you need a rest. And rest is actually crucial in the life of a projector. When I was a lawyer, I was not able to give myself a right to rest every day, and I ended up basically oversleeping the whole weekends. I was so tired. Now, when I know how important it is for my well-being and also for the way I feel, because I notice the difference instantly if I give myself a right to rest, I make sure I have that rest during the day. And it's also important because I can imagine you might work in a corporation, you're very busy, and when I say this, you think, yeah, but how can I get rest if I'm so busy? So it all depends on you, what you let yourself, and on the circumstances, of course. But remember that the rest does not need to mean to take a nap. Resting could be for you meditating. Resting could be for you going for a walk during the lunch break. Resting for you might be reading. But even if you don't have time for any of these, at least what you could do for yourself, and you can find time for that anywhere, is basically to pause during the day few times and take deep breaths. This will allow you basically to come back to yourself, to gather your energy back and be here and now, be in your body, which projectors need a lot. Second important thing for a projector is to be aware that as a projector you are very open energetically, and it all depends on your individual chart and design, because some of the projectors might be open to fears and for example, to fears of other people's. Other projectors could be open to emotions. You could be also open to stress and pressure from other people, or inspirations from people around you. It all depends on the structure of your individual design, and I'm happy to tell you about that all if you decide to have a session with me. But what I want to say now is that you need to be aware that wherever you go, whatever is the environment around you, you will be absorbing it because of your particular design. And this is like a given thing when you are a projector. What can you do about that is, first of all, be aware that things you feel sometimes are not yours and are other people. And secondly, try to somehow prepare yourself for that energy, and then also try to clean yourself after. So what I would advise, and what I do actually regularly, is that before any meeting, I just sit for a few minutes, take a few deep breaths, and check in where I am in my body. And in this way, I know how I feel, how I am before the meeting. Then if I am in an environment of other people, and I start feeling fear, for example, my fear center is open. So if there are people around me with fear, I will feel it immediately. So before I knew I was a projector, before I knew human design, I was automatically absorbing that fear as mine. Now, the moment I start feeling fear, I ask myself, is it his or her, or is it mine? That is the first thing which lets me to come back to myself. And very often, just this one question, it's enough for me to realize that this is not mine. Second thing that I do after the meeting is I clear myself. I again come back to my body, try to take a few deep breaths, actually not try, take a few deep breaths, and also do whatever kind of clearing I can do at a certain moment. Sometimes it's a longer meditation, sometimes it's just the basic clearing, which, by the way, you can find as a gift on my website. So, as I mentioned, it is for sure, as a projector, you will absorb things because of your aura, and you will feel things, but you can take care about yourself. And all you need to do is to stick to certain practices. I just said all you need to do, and I realize, it is quite of a challenge, especially when you just find out that you are a projector, because your whole life, I can imagine, you were used to absorbing. Now you need to start taking care of yourself. But this is crucial for you to finally start feeling that you are not going down after a meeting, that you don't need to spend the whole weekend, as I used to, on the sofa sleeping because you are exhausted. And if you don't take care of yourself as a projector, unfortunately, it will be easy for you to be burned out, exhausted, and tired. Third thing I wanted to say about the projector is that you are here to guide other people. You are not here to do things, you are here to guide. And you can guide people in various ways. Of course, the most obvious one is to guide others by being a coach or a mentor. But you can guide people as a president. Barack Obama is a projector. You can guide people as a movie director and singer, Barbara Streisand. You can guide as Mick Jagger, who is also a projector, and he's going on the stage and, guide people with his energy and the way he basically is. So we are here to guide others, and what it means that we know things about, or we are aware of things of other people, about the nature, maybe I would say not things, nature and potential of other people, that other people are not aware of themselves. So it is really easy to spot what are the potentials, what is the way, what are the challenges for other people. And that results in some kind of danger, because if you automatically, somebody is telling you things, and in the middle of that conversation, you don't need to know more from that person because you immediately know what could be done to address the particular issue, you might have a tendency to interrupt people, to say what you think is best, to give advice without being asked. And this is one of these things which projector shouldn't do because of two reasons. First of all, projector strategy is that he needs to be invited, first recognized and invited, in order that the other person basically takes whatever projector has to offer. Without that, without recognition and invitation, no matter how fantastic your advice will be, no matter how can you change the life of other person, this person will not hear you. And not only this person will not hear you, but also if you are giving an advice without being invited, without being recognized before, you will feel when you say like you are struggling, you will feel already when you are saying this that this is not received energetically. And what is also important, after such conversation, you will feel depleted. You will basically feel in your body how much power you need to give away to pass on the information which was not welcomed, and the other person didn't do anything about that. So try to observe this and try to see how you feel differently if you wait for the recognition and invitation. You can simply ask, would you like me to tell you what I feel? Would you like me to tell you what I think about, what I sense about the whole situation? And then, of course, if the person says, I'm not ready for that, you will need to just sit quiet. And that can be a big challenge. I'm also learning that. But I see also a difference on how I feel when I wait for recognition and invitation. there are some discussions, and I'm sure if you watch other recordings and videos, you will see what does it mean, an invitation, whether it is required for every mundane thing or only for bigger things like changing the job, changing the relationship, or moving out. Because there are people who say invitation is only required for these major things, but what I feel so far is that as a projector you will feel better, and your advice will be received totally different if you give it as a response, as in response to some kind of invitation. It doesn't have to be formal, it can be informal. But about this, I'm happy to talk during another video or individual session, because we are running out of time, and I want you to hear one more thing from me. So there is a sign that you as a projector are not living in line with your energetic types, and this sign is bitterness. If you feel bitter as a projector, most likely you are not living your life in line with projector strategy, in line with your authority, in line with your type. And projectors especially feel bitterness when they are not recognized, when they are not heard, when they are interrupted. We don't like to be interrupted. And these are like obvious examples, but I would advise you to observe yourself and to see in what other circumstances you feel bitter, and see how you can change that, how your human design fits into that, the strategy I just talked about, your authority, which will be a subject in another video. This is all connected. And once you start living in line with your human design, you will feel the difference. You will feel your internal power. You will feel much more energetic. You will feel much more joyful. And this is not only for projectors, for every type who is recognized by human design. Living in line with this powerful knowledge changes life. So thank you very much for being here with me today, and I will come back to you soon with another video. It will be about manifestor or reflector, because these are the last two types left. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.